Imagine walking into a modern grocery store. Aisle after aisle, shelf after shelf, you are surrounded by somewhere between 30 and 50,000 individual items. For decades, the retail industry has operated on the assumption that offering more variety naturally leads to higher profits. The belief is that if you stock more products, you'll attract more shoppers. This chart illustrates the cost of that variety: massive inventory overhead, the complex logistics required to move 50,000 distinct items, and expensive marketing campaigns. Every single one of those expenses is quietly stacked onto the price of your groceries. When you buy a simple box of cereal at a traditional supermarket, you aren't just paying for the food, you are funding the store's massive, highly complex logistics machine. That is why the arrival of an ALDI store in a new country triggers immediate panic. When those letters go up, established grocery monopolies scramble to slash prices and ramp up promotions just to stay competitive. Competitors react this way because ALDI doesn't carry the heavy financial backpack of traditional retail bloat. Older store networks find ALDI's model mathematically impossible to match. They are trapped by the very overhead that ALDI spent decades removing. ALDI built a billion-dollar empire, not by fighting to offer shoppers more, but by aggressively offering them less. To see how they did it, look at 1946 Germany. After World War II, money was incredibly scarce, and families struggled for survival necessities. Two brothers, Karl and Theo Albrecht, took over their mother's tiny grocery store. They realized that in this extreme scarcity, customers couldn't afford luxury. They noticed that shoppers didn't care about having 50 varieties of sugar to choose from. They just wanted the absolute lowest price for basic goods. This led the brothers to ask a question that would change retail history. What can we remove? The first step, removing choice. Instead of 50,000 items, ALDI compressed their inventory to a few thousand core products. This meant purchasing immense volumes from fewer suppliers. As purchase volume rose, wholesale costs plummeted. Next, they removed national brands. They replaced heavily advertised products with ALDI's own private labels. National brands spend billions on television commercials and celebrity endorsements. By eliminating those names, ALDI stripped out marketing costs that drive up prices. Because they controlled the product entirely, they ensured quality remained comparable to the big names, while selling goods at a fraction of the price. The third pillar was removing labor. ALDI engineered intense spatial and operational efficiency into every square foot of the store. Their shopping cart system is a behavioral trick. Requiring a coin to unlock a cart ensures customers return them to the bay, eliminating the expense of paying employees to collect them from the parking lot. Products are displayed directly in their shipping boxes. This eliminates the massive time and labor required for employees to stock individual items. Checkout speeds are also optimized. ALDI packaging often features barcodes on multiple sides, allowing cashiers to scan with extreme speed and serve more customers. The strength of this model was tested when the company split into two independent organizations, ALDI Nord and ALDI Süd. Despite having separate management and different territories, both used the same operational blueprint to build multi-billion-dollar footprints. Saving 3 seconds at a register or a few hours in the parking lot sounds trivial, but across thousands of stores and millions of shoppers, these micro-efficiencies compound into a structural lead that traditional retailers struggle to bridge. Beyond the economics, there is a psychological component to why this works. Modern retail often triggers choice overload. Forcing a consumer to choose between 50 identical types of peanut butter creates decision fatigue, exhaustion, and unnecessary stress. ALDI's constrained environment acts as a psychological antidote. Customers find what they need quickly because the burden of comparison has been removed. Shoppers return not just for the low prices, but because ALDI makes them feel efficient rather than overwhelmed. Today, ALDI generates billions in revenue without ever relying on a flashy image or complex marketing campaigns. While most businesses try to grow by adding features or copying bloated competitors, ALDI's trajectory suggests that success doesn't always require more moving parts. By identifying a single core priority, affordable necessities, they were able to ignore industry norms and stick to a model that has remained effective for decades. In a world conditioned to believe that growth requires constant addition, ALDI built a global empire by proving that intentional, engineered subtraction is the ultimate competitive weapon.